This video is brought to you by Mountain Khakis. I really like these clothes. They fit good, they feel good, they look sharp, and they really hold up to a lot of work. Check out mountainkhakis.com and use the promo code in the description to get $10 off of any $50 order or more. Let's go ahead and put a new blade in my miter saw. First thing I'm going to do is unplug the saw. The instructions on changing the blade are right here on the motor. First I'll use an Allen key to unscrew this bolt. Then loosen these two. It's another Allen key, just a little bit smaller. I think you have to remove this Allen bolt all the way and then rotate the guard. With the guard out of the way, hold this button down and rotate the blade a little bit and you'll feel the blade lock into place. The bolt's a little bit frozen and I don't want to put a ton of pressure on it, on the wrench here, because I don't want it to slip and then hit my hand against the saw. So I'm using this cardboard tube. You could use a piece of PVC pipe or really anything you got, just to give you a little bit of leverage, and this should break the seal. This is the first time I've changed the blade, so it's just on there pretty tight from the factory. So let's take a quick look at the blades. This is the blade that came with the saw. It's a Bosch 60 tooth carbide tip blade. And here I'm using the Diablo. This is 80 teeth. I like 80 teeth on the miter saw because you get a cleaner cut. You're cutting across the grain, and the more teeth, the cleaner cut. Now this isn't a new blade, it's a newly sharpened blade. And when you bring your blade to the sharpener, they'll return the blade with this protective plasticky or rubbery plastic coating on it. And that's to keep the blade from going dull while it's in your shop or at the hardware store, wherever you're getting your blade sharpened. You can feel that the blade is just really nice and sharp, and you can see the sharpener put a mark on this tooth and then worked his way around the blade. So I've got the blade on, and now the washer and the bolt. Hold the button again and just lightly rotate the blade until you feel the button depress, just like that. So now the blade is locked and I can use the wrench to tighten it. Next I'll replace this bolt and tighten up this one. And that's it. Just plug it in and check it out. Okay, so that is just a really nice cut. There's no tear out on the top of the board, the front of the board, no tear out on the bottom. Maybe just a little bit on the back, but almost nothing. This is another thing I highly recommend if you have the saw, is to make a zero clearance insert for the saw. And I'll have a link in the description to this project if you want to check it out. So definitely a big difference changing the blade. I think that if you just bought the saw, I would change the blade out immediately. I just wanted to see how much life I could get out of the original blade, but the difference in the cut is dramatic. So for a better performing saw, put a new blade in it. I like this 80 tooth Diablo, and the zero clearance insert definitely gives you a much better performing saw. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.